Rich Isaacs, our statistician, has been in good form. He's been tapping away a song. Oh, that's gone. That has gone. Someone go and fetch that from a couple of roads back, because that is a huge hit. It is just a small ground, and he's not hanging about tonight.
No, that was right in the slot, and the perfect line for Chris Lynn to pick up. No movement, just angled in towards the middle of the leg. A perfect length to smash. As this ball is, as you can see, just angled into that slot over towards the lights on the left-hand side. There's a little tip for you if you're a bowler and you see that happen. Don't look at the ball.
Third umpire's going to be very busy, I think. It's going to be on and off. Replacement ball. I think we've already got one already. Yeah, those stats. So with all the impact that these guys have had, these two, you'd think they played more in T20 international cricket. James Vince just 17, Chris Lynn just 18 games for their country. Oh, go again. Another ball, please. Third umpire, on your march.
What a shot. That is baseball. That is perfect baseball in cricket. Oh, well, she knows what's happened there. It's just back of a length. Back of a length, and just steps into it. Oops, sorry.
Take cover. Third umpire's back on again. Third umpire, you may as well stay on. Position yourself at mid-off, because this is going to happen, I think, more frequently.
You often see this in club cricket when pretty much everybody goes around to that part of the ground and starts fielding over there, ready to throw the balls back. Certainly from this end that Ollie Robinson is bowling from, it's also with the wind, so it's not just going to trickle over the boundary.
You've got a couple of choices here, Crofty. One, deep mid-wicket's gone back. I don't think we're going to find that. And so you could bowl, you know, you can see what's happened offside there. Everyone's come up, deep points come up, so you could bowl outside off somebody. Can't now with that field. That's where he has to go. Finds the gap, goes for 4, not 6. He might have taken that. Big over, big over. They're on the march, 31 without loss. Just one over a spin. Sculls a little expensive, though. The skipper has decided it's time for him to
number 7, Samal Mill,
to the game. In good form, very good form. Wickets last night. Big win for Sussex against Kent. That down at St Lawrence ground. Edge and goes quickly to third man. So runs really beginning to flow now.
Clear example of pace being your friend as a batter on this type of surface. Tamal Mills can really clock it up there, 85 miles an hour plus. So even a half bat up and over short third that's inside the circle goes all the way for 4. As you can see, a little bit of width, throw his hands through it. They're not really going to use a lot of foot movement towards a bowler of Tamal's pace, with some angle and just slashes across.
Always get a bit of a guide as to where bowlers are trying to bowl with the field. He's got a deep point just behind square. You'd almost say a square third man, and a very square fine leg, almost just behind. So he's got a bit of cover for width, but that's dangerous with Vince.
Liz, and I expect James Vince just to stand in his crease. You wouldn't expect much foot movement. Just clear the front leg a little bit, and whatever line it is, he'll just throw the hands through it. He's got the option of leg and offside with this.
Excellent. No width on offer.
Yeah, there's not a lot of room for error here, Nick. He's going to have to hold that tight line, ball after ball after ball. Chris Lynn will love this line and this length in particular. He does hit it a long way over square leg, and he's not fazed by quick bowling in any shape, way or form. Used to quicker, bouncier pitches back in Australia.
Oh, now that will take some catching. Good luck. Ah, it was always, yeah, not easy. Blustery win. It should have been taken in the end. He had time to get settled, but it did go up a long, long way.
Crocombe, it was a big ask there. It has gone up a long way. It's very blustery. I'm not sure it was a slowie. Normally out of the back of the hand, if it is a slowie, it's more out of the fingers at the front. This is swirling. There was a shout, as you said, Nick, of good luck, because it went up a mile.
Finds the gap. This will be a decent chase. Behind square.
From a... Yeah, that was a tough one, because normally you get blue skies down here, but you've got a lot of white cloud up there as well. You've got a white ball going into the cloud. It's one of those that you would expect a pro to take, but there are some mitigating factors on this occasion. Swirling around. Grass is it.
Pace. That is just extra pace. The like that Alex Tudor would have loved to have bowled. Chudes is about 3 yards behind us. Welcome to Chudes. It's great to have him with us, and he would enjoy watching this.
Oh, wouldn't he just? You're going to hear about it shortly. Yeah, there was some pace. He was through that. And do you know what? Maybe that's an example of being out of cricket for 5 or 6 months, catching up with the pace of the game. Tudes hasn't seen too many of those, though.
He's loving it. He's loving it. Right, what's the follow-up? Pace again, into the surface. Oh, mix up, throw him down. Oh, what's going on? I've never seen that. I've never seen that before. Wrong end, that's what he's upset with. Wrong end, I think, but Tim Mills himself could have done a whole lot better. It's all happening, 42 without loss.
Well, it was a bit like Fred Carno's circus here. That was just caught on the gloves. Simpson couldn't quite get there. Gets in his hands, flicks it underarm. Both batters at one end of the crease, and then the ball, he's got sticky ball. Sticks into Tamal's hand and then just dumps into the floor. Well, you've got an angry captain now. That's for sure. At one stage, it looked like they were going to be both stuck there. It just got stuck into Mills' hand. But he's got to get his captain's head on quickly, because the last over went for plenty from the sea end. And he's got to think long and hard of who he brings on. Who's he gone for?
Well, he's gone for his banker. His 2 5-wicket hauls so far in the blast. Nathan McAndrew's been exceptional, but challenge here. Slower ball to start with.
Oh, this is a tough over now, because both batters are flying. Partnership of 42 off 25 balls, and there needs to be a comeback over. This is the tough end to bowl, that is for sure. The wind is favouring the leg side of the right-handed batters.
Excellent. Yeah, one of the choices he's got, Crofty, is to try and bowl outside off stump. He's got a deep point. Try and take the leg side as much out of the equation as possible. Just got one fielder deep on the leg side. Can only have 2 out. But that's the area there, mid-wicket. You can see deep square is dropped just behind. If he bowls outside off stump there, try and cover that line.
You sort of feel like you're trying to protect a batter's strength, yeah?
Excellent. Excellent, excellent. Very, very good. Lots of confidence and form with wickets behind him, but excellent start.
I think that's an example, though, as well, of as the partnership is evolving, Nick, because Vince now 15 off 11. He's realising that Lynn is getting more of the boundaries, 28 of 16. Over to you, Chris. Just that ball is a little bit fuller. I'll give you the strike.
slower ball, but it will still travel very quickly.
Yeah, smart batting there. That's what the partnership. You talk about bowlers bowling in partnership. This is batters bowling in partnership. The ball before was very full, and it was just, I'll pick up a single. Chris, you're having the best of it there. Chops away. These guys will know a lot about each other. Gets enough of it, picks up 4 more.
Gone a long way. Not as big as the previous 2 sixes, but that will do plenty. Chris Lynn is finding his very best form pretty early on.
In the 6th over.
And the 50 gets brought up in the 5th over here. Gets the length he wants. This is a difficult end to bowl this evening. Mid-off is inside the circle, predicting where the ball's going to be. Clears his front leg and gets all of it for 6.
Someone buy him another beer. I think it's somehow he's lost his pint. Did well to reach that, or didn't quite reach it. That's the plan. They are trying to hide it outside off stump a little bit.
You can see the plan, that's for sure. I think he took a little bit of pace off it on that occasion, because if you're bowling that line, that length with pace on, then backward point and third don't have much chance of stopping it. So it's pace off.
Yeah, planning's good. I think planning's right. Whether it's effective or not, we will find out. Excellent. Good finish. Pretty good over, actually, in the end. It still went for 13, but could have been a whole lot worse. 5 gone, 55 without loss. They are motoring here, Hampshire.
To Vitality IT20, Vitality Blast, Test and 100 matches in 2026. All you have to do is get a quote for Vitality Health or life insurance. It only takes minutes. To find out how, visit vitalitycricket.co.uk or scan the QR code on this evening's 4 and 6 cards.
Right, time over.
Switching to the Cromwell Road end, number 25, Ollie Robinson.
Robinson returns from the Cromwell Road end. It's a good piece of fielding down on the boundary edge. Lydia just sorting her ears out. You're sorted now.
I'm all sorted, thank you.
It's been chaos.
It has, absolute
First 5
carnage.
overs out there, in here. Madness.
There is a lot going on. What a treat, though, so far. 5 overs in and nearly 60 runs on the board. Straight down the ground. We've seen a lot of power this evening and a lot of bottom hand, but that is class from James Vince.
We've been hit with a lot of burger and chips, and this is steak. Absolutely glorious from James Vince. Great that he scores, but he can make it look so effortless, so elegant. How about Robert Croft calling the ball?
He's a wizard, isn't he?
Absolute. Oh, I think he's just going to throw it into the leg stump here. Just drifted in. He had to get it right sooner or later, and he's plucked it out. We'll try and add a little bit of decorum now, I think. Led.
Oh, nicely picked up. Will just be the single. Yeah, we're looking at the various records between these two, James Vince and Chris Lynn. And just to throw another one, Chris Lynn, leading 6 scorer in the Big Bash League over in Australia. Played a lot for Brisbane Heat, now at Adelaide Strikers. 226s for him. Second with 149. No! Glenn Maxwell a long way off,
He's
isn't
got
it?
70 more sixes than Glenn Maxwell.
Yeah.
That's a heck of a stat.
And
Search.
if you think about it as well, and he's playing a lot of his career at the Gabba, it's not a small ground, is it? Playing for the Brisbane Heat. And James Vince knows his role. No, the power play is done. And it's been a great start for Hampshire. 64 without loss.
64 without loss. That completes the power play.
Well, no shortage of entertainment, no shortage of action out in the middle. Ollie Robinson getting absolutely dispatched by Chris Lynn. Once he got his eye in, he really was in the mood. And this was an opportunity, a really, really tough one. The swirling breeze, it's gusty. Just couldn't latch onto it. Meanwhile, Vince and Lynn have been making hay. They really have. Boundaries galore. Fabulous start for the visitors in El Clasicost.
Yeah, so
From the
Sussex can
CN,
just
number 10,
breathe
Danny
a sigh of
Lamb.
relief. Fielding restrictions relax now. Danny Lamb into the attack. This could be perfect placement, and it is from James Vince.
Got to be honest. And Danny Lamb, he took 5 for yesterday. I think he's a really useful cricketer. Oh, he's got lots of variations. He's one of those licorice all sorts types of bowler. But when internationals have been going around the park, there's got to be a sense of trepidation.
Oh, he's just tried to hide it full and wide, and James Vince has matched it equally. Back-to-back boundaries now.
Trying to go full, and it was low full toss, but this has whistled to the boundary. The timing so sweet and just enough elevation to get it over extra cover. Hemorrhaging runs here, Sussex. Unusual for Sussex as well, given their strike bowlers. And Richard Isaacs, who's been busy this evening. There's steam coming out of his laptop. He's just saying it's only the second time in 20 games where they've failed to take a wicket in the power play.
Well, up and over again, bludgeoned by Chris Lynn. He really is motoring.
Well, it's his gentle pace, it's width. And Chris Lynn, in this kind of touch, can just climb into it.
Yeah, think of the two bowling lineups for Sussex and Hampshire. You probably got a similar type of bowler, Danny Lamb, in Benny Howe for Hampshire. Interesting to see how he'll go about bowling in these conditions, short boundaries. Looks like a pretty decent surface.
That's one way to stop him hitting it.
No, plenty for Tamar Mills to think about. Coles, Mills and Candrew, 3 left each, but they've all been pretty expensive so far. An expensive over again. And first one's gone for 16, 80 without loss. Hilton Cartwright slots into that middle order to today. The other overseas player for Hampshire Hawks replaces the two South Africans who have now departed.
Number 30,
Sonny
James
Baker, the other change that has been made by the Hampshire Hawks today. Bit of pace on the show, that's for sure.
He's done well there, Ollie Robinson, go round to his weaker side. He nicknamed it. He played for the Brisbane Heat for a long time, did Chris Lynn. I love a nickname out in Australia.
Get it!
Well, chance just dropped short from Tamal Mills. I actually think he's done pretty well to stop the boundary, but good running again from these two. Chris Lynn, rapido between the wickets.
Yeah, they called him Linsanity. And then he was one half of the Bash brothers with Brendan McCullum, England head coach for a long time. And it's also interesting, Hampshire have had a great deal of success in this format in recent years. Struggled a bit last year, but they had a formula and getting an overseas player to bat with James Vince. Ben McDermott did it for a couple of years as well. We had Nohandre Pretorius earlier on in the season. Now they get Chris Lynn.
Well, that's big. Has it got the distance? So I don't think it has. It's in the air for a long time. And James Vince, who's played the supporting role, is just holed out in the deep. And Sussex will be relieved to see the back of him, that's for sure.
Yeah, sounded a little toey. Maybe actually a bit splicey. Just didn't get it flush out of the middle.
Was caught by Harrison Ward.
Harrison Ward, it was. It was on the boundary edge. And the end of James Vince then. Thoroughly entertaining start though from him. 34 from 22. And Hampshire 84 for 1.
The new batter for Hampshire Hawks is number 15, Toby Alberts.
So Toby Albert in at 3 for Hampshire, leading run scorer at the moment in the blast for his side, having a good season. Over 200 runs. Local boy as well to Hampshire.
Very good.
Off the mark straight away. And you can see what James Vince was trying to do. Probably thought, actually, now we've got through the power play, we may as well both try and go, wickets in hand. Chris Lynn is not going to change his game plan one bit whatsoever. 8 overs gone, 86 for 1.
Yeah, had a good chat with Chris Lynn prior to the start of play. Always in good form. He's great to talk to. Loves the game, and obviously his time of life. You know, when you're looking, he's 35 years old. He's played all around the world. Probably won't play any more international cricket. So getting the call from Hampshire, hugely exciting. He keeps himself really, really fit. He said he loves the gym, and he looks in very, very good nick. So I think as one of these franchise players that goes around the world, you've got to keep yourself, just in case, keep yourself in good nick, hitting balls relatively regularly, because the phone call may come, someone goes down injured or is unavailable because of international commitments. You've got to be ready to go.
A thick edge, and that will race away for 4. It will also bring up the 100 for Chris Lynn.
Balls with 5 4s and 3 6s.
So he's done it in a decent amount of time as well. Apologies, he's 50. 100 would have been very impressive.
Yeah, you chance your arm. take the gamble. It's paid off for him so far. Not all of them flush.
Well, a chance, and what a stunner that is. That is an absolute beauty from Harrison Ward. He was dropped earlier in his innings, Chris Lynn, but not this time. That is quite possibly one of the catches of the season.
Well, we really have seen everything this evening so far in the first 8.2 overs. Chris Lynn, the moment he hit this, he's thinking another one to my boundary count. And that is special, really special. Incredible flexibility, athleticism and focus to get rid of Chris Lynn. He goes for 51 from 27, and Hampshire are 90 for 2.
Lynn out for 51 from 27 balls.